Hi guys, what's up? Welcome, happy Thursday. I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. I will say, I mean, it's gorgeous weather outside. I was wearing a different shirt earlier today and I had to change because my sweat, I'm not even gonna share with you guys a picture. I sent it to my sister. I'm like, who sweats like this besides for me? Basically, the sweat was from here. Yeah, I'm not exaggerating, till here. I deserve a medal. I'm just saying, for the biggest sweater. Also, I did want to say that I'm loving my makeup. I love smoky eyes and nude lips. Of course, I'll have my makeup linked down below as per usual because I do get a lot of questions from you guys, but it's always linked. But yeah, for today's video, I wanted to share with you guys a TJ Maxx predictions video. So this is actually my third TJ Maxx predictions video. Yes, this is how I do my threes. Mister's like, what's wrong with you? Everything, let me tell you. I'll have my other TJ Maxx predictions videos linked down below so you guys can see what products I spoke about there. But for today's video, I have about 10 to 12 items that I want to speak to you guys about. A TJ Maxx predictions video is basically a video where I discuss certain makeup items that I think will end up being at TJ Maxx. Now, am I always 100% right? No, because like I'm not, you know, I'm not always right, I guess. But I will say from my other two videos, majority of those items ended up being at TJ Maxx. So I will say that most of the time I would say I'm about 85 to 90% right. So if you were curious about most of these products that I'm going to be speaking about in this video, I would say personally, like maybe hold off on it if you don't want to spend the full price tag on it. But also just have in mind, I don't know if these products are for sure going to end up being at TJ Maxx. So if you don't buy it and then it's never available again, don't come after me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I will also say that I feel like most of these items kind of have the same reasoning behind them as to why I believe they will be at TJ Maxx. So it might sound repetitive as I keep going on, but just warning you before if it gets annoying. I'm aware. Okay, let's get started. I definitely think that the Carli Bible is going to be at TJ Maxx. So this is in collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills. Original value of this is $45, and I will say that for quite some time now it's been on sale for $31.50. So a while ago, Sephora mentioned that they're having a massive sale, so they put a ton of stuff in their sale section, and I made a video on it letting you guys know like what I think you should pick up, what I think is worth the money, and all of that, right? So I personally thought that all those items would probably go back to the original retail value just because I felt like the sale is just for that period of time. Do you know what I mean? Like the President's Day weekend sale, that's what it was. And so I kind of felt like, okay, you need to make a move on it because who knows if it's going to be on sale after that. But surprisingly, so many of the items that I spoke about there are still on sale. So personally for me, I was like kind of, I don't know, I was thinking to myself, will this end up being at TJ? And in the beginning I was like, no, I just don't see it. A lot of collaborations are usually not there, even though we did see the Alyssa Edwards palette there. But because this has been on sale for a good few weeks now, I don't know, it's just leading me to believe that it I don't know, it's just leading me to believe that it will end up being at TJ Maxx at some point or another. I don't know how soon, honestly. Also, this is a palette that I feel like I heard a few people speak about when it first came out, but I really don't see much people talk about it, use it, nothing like that. I personally purchased it for the full price tag when it came out. I never ended up making a video on it. I love it. I think it's an amazing palette. But now I feel a little bit sorry for myself because I spent $45 on it, but whatever, it's fine. You win, you lose. I would say hold off on it if you want to get it for cheaper. Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about the Jackie Aina palette. It's kind of the same story with the Carli Bible palette. It was originally $45. It's on sale for $31.50. It's been on sale for a really long time already. Like, people spoke about it a lot, like when it came out. It is a beautiful palette, very pigmented, easy to work with, really gorgeous shades, great color story, very unique. But I also kind of feel like I don't really hear a ton of people talk about it in a way, and I just feel like it might end up being at TJ Maxx, even though the reviews are bomb. I don't know, it was just on sale for so long, so I feel like it's gonna end up being at TJ Maxx. I didn't think so in the beginning, let me tell you, just like with the Carli palette. But I feel like since it's been a while already, I wouldn't be surprised to see it there. The next thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about is from Kat Von D. So I don't know if you guys know, but Kat Von D is now known as Kat Von D Beauty, and Kat Von D herself is not necessarily the owner of it, as I hear. I don't know like what really is the story behind all that or what, but just information that I heard. So this is a palette that basically was released I want to say about 2 years ago now, when Kat Von D was, you know, the owner of Kat Von D. Everything just sounds so confusing right now. Anyways, this is the Kat Von D Lolita palette. Original value $39, but it's on sale for $23.50. Since it's in the sale section, it is leading me to believe that it might end up being at TJ Maxx. Also, since we do see a ton of Kat Von D there, like I wouldn't be surprised if this does end up being there. With this, I really do not hear a soul speak about this palette. I did end up decluttering it because I just found that I really wasn't using it a lot, mainly because it was only only a matte palette, and also I was pretty much just sticking to the middle few shades. I didn't really like the 2 purple shades towards the end, just personally on my skin tone. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna end up, what is this? I always got this, oh I forgot this. I feel like it's gonna end up being at TJ Maxx very, very soon, like maybe summer 2020. The next thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about is from Marc Jacobs. Marc Jacobs is a brand that we do typically see at TJ Maxx. Like I feel like TJ Maxx has its times. Like sometimes you'll see like a shitload of Marc Jacobs, a shitload of Kat Von D. Then you won't see both those brands for like 3 months, and then you'll see a ton of ABH. Again, you won't see ABH, and then you'll see a Too Faced dream over there, I'm telling you. So I feel like that's kind of how it works. This right here is from Marc Jacobs, and it's the Omega All Over Foil Illuminizer. It is absolutely stunning. It's one that I did want to purchase for the full price tag when it came out for holiday 2019, but then I'm like, oh no, stop. So there are 2 shades. There's one shade in Jack Girl, and then the other shade is in, Showstopper. They both have the beautiful limited edition and glittery type of packaging, and the reason why I think it's going to be at TJ is because, like I mentioned, we see a lot of Marc Jacobs there. The original value of this was $49. Now it's on sale for $29.50. So for that reason. And then also we did already see the little sequins eyeshadows that was part of this line from Marc Jacobs. So I just kind of feel like it only makes sense that this is going to end up being there in the next month or 2, honestly. Like I feel it in my blood that this is going to end up being at TJ Maxx. Okay, the next thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about is something from the Sephora collection brand. Now this might be pushing it a little bit, but the only reason why I feel like this might end up being at TJ Maxx is because lately we have been seeing, you know, products from the Sephora collection brand, which just boggles my mind because I'm just like, I don't understand. So we saw a lot of their brushes, and I did find the Sephora collection like makeup remover cleanser type of thing there. So we might end up seeing a ton more of the Sephora collection brand products there. I mean, the Sephora collection brand products in general are not crazily expensive, but it's still nice to get it for even cheaper at TJ Maxx. So basically the next thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about is the Moschino collection that was in collaboration with the Sephora collection. Too much collections going on. So basically there's an eyeshadow palette that looks like a laptop, so cute. There are highlighters and liquid lipsticks and a few other things that are part of the line. So personally, like I said, I think this might be pushing it a little bit, but I really feel like this might end up being at TJ Maxx. And I feel like this collection just did not end up doing well. I never tried the eyeshadow palette, but the highlighters were just really not anything crazy. And then the liquid lipsticks, they look really cool, but they're honestly, they're in shades that I feel like the average person doesn't necessarily wear. So I do feel like this collection might end up being at TJ. It's possible that I'm very, very wrong with this one, but it would be pretty cool to see it. The next thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about is from Cover FX. Cover FX is a brand that we've been seeing at TJ Maxx like crazy. Like, I don't know, lately I've been seeing a ton of their stuff. And now looking on Sephora's website, looking at all of their products, pretty much every single item that they make was at TJ at some point or another. Besides for this product, I want to say it's the Cover FX Perfector Face Palette. So original value $45, it's actually in the sales section for $31.50. Again, that leads me to believe that it might be at TJ because it's on sale. Also because we've been seeing so much of Cover FX there, I feel like it's gonna end up being at TJ Maxx. And I just feel like also no one really speaks about this. I know we ended up getting this in our BoxyCharm maybe like 2 years back. So I'm thinking like, because it was in BoxyCharm, maybe it will end up being at TJ Maxx too. Because I realized a lot of items that end up being in BoxyCharm end up being at TJ Maxx. That's something that I realized as well. So I don't know. They have 2 versions, a light and a deep. I think I had the light one and I ended up decluttering it. It's a nice, like, very fresh day-to-day palette. I just felt like I really wasn't using it a lot. So anyways, there's that. The next few things actually that I wanted to speak to you guys about are from Too Faced. But first off, I think that this palette is going to probably end up being at TJ Maxx. It's the original Sweet Peach eyeshadow palette. So this came out, I want to say like 3 years ago. It was literally everything, broke the entire internet. The first peach vibe life, right, was this. But I feel like since then, I just really don't see a ton of people using this palette anymore. I just don't feel like it has the same place as it did a few years ago, which is sad because it is actually a very cute palette. I really like it. Haven't used mine in I want to say over a year. I'm not gonna lie, I should really pull it out. Since we did see the white chocolate chip palette at TJ Maxx and the semi-sweet eyeshadow palette at TJ Maxx, I don't know, part of me kind of feels like this is gonna end up being there. This does go on sale here and there, not like way too often, and it's not on sale now, but I just feel like I could see this being at TJ Maxx at some point or another, honestly. Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette. I mentioned to you guys in a different video that I ended up returning mine. I purchased it for the full price tag, but then I felt like it really just didn't perform well. The shades looked so interesting on my face, like the contouring and bronzing shades. They looked very, very off, and this made my face look dirty. I don't really have that a lot with my face. A lot of times it's just with the eyes, but yeah, this just really wasn't working out for me. I like the fact that they kind of try to make it universally flattering because you get the different tones of different highlighting shades and bronzing and contouring shades, but I just kind of feel like I think it would have been better off if they would have made two, one for lighter skin tones and one for deeper skin tones. I know a lot of brands do that, and I feel like that makes sense because then I feel like, you know, depending on what skin tone you are, you can purchase the, you know, version A or version B. This is a palette that I do not hear anyone, literally anyone, speak about. There aren't many reviews on Sephora's website. I'm kind of surprised that this wasn't at TJ Maxx already, to be honest with you, but I really feel like it's gonna end up being there at some point or another. Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about this. This is from BareMinerals. It is absolutely gorgeous, stunning beyond. I'm like so like wanting to buy this. It's insane. This is the Beauty of Nature Gen Nude Eyeshadow Palette in Natural Oasis. So I realized BareMinerals does have a lot of these 6-pan palettes. I like them because they're small, compact, easy to use. The shadows do perform really beautifully. I found 2 other ones at TJ Maxx, the Latte and the Nude, I think it's called. I found those at TJ Maxx for I think about $6-7. This is retailing for $29. These palettes do retail for $29 originally. I think the packaging of this is the cutest thing ever, and then the colors are really, really different and stunning. I mean, I don't know about the other ones, but that green is a shade we really don't see a lot in palettes. The reviews are great on this. I just kind of feel like this might end up being at TJ Maxx because we found the other Gen Nude eyeshadow palettes at TJ Maxx. I really haven't heard a lot of people talk about that either, so I feel like that probably plays a huge role as well. I feel like a lot of times when people speak about products, like YouTubers, influencers, all that, I feel like those items tend to do really well. They sell well, and they don't really go on sale as often. But usually when there are products that a lot of people just don't talk about and it's not like the buzz, then I feel like, I don't know, they kind of fall on the bandwagon and then it just ends up being a TJ, you know, or in the sale section. But anyways, that is pretty much it. I think I pretty much spoke about most of the products. There are like 1 or 2 other ones that I want to speak about, but I think I might end up saving that for a different video. Let me know if there are any items that you personally think will end up being at TJ Maxx. I'd love to hear your predictions as well. I think that's pretty much it. I will speak to you guys in the comments below. Bye.